The RCMP updated us on their Facebook page regarding Lilly and Jack Sullivan. Spoiler alert, still haven't found them. Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer. Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Lilly and Jack Sullivan. We've been following along with that one as much as we possibly can. There's not a lot of information out there. There's some things coming from some relatives, but other than that, everything is really quiet and it's just really mysterious. Lilly and Jack were supposed to go to school, but Lilly had been sick the day before, and so they weren't supposed to actually go to school that day because one child was sick. The mother had decided to keep both kids home. Now, we've only heard about Lilly having a cough. I personally haven't heard or seen anything that says that Jack was also sick, but one kid was sick. Normally, you do keep them both home. I know that's what I honestly did whenever my two were growing up less than 2 years apart. If one was sick, the other one was bound to start feeling bad pretty soon. So it sort of makes a little bit of sense. But the issue I'm having is that whenever the kids were reported missing and all of this started getting really heavy into the news, everything about the mother and the stepfather stories make it seem as if the stepfather only had eyes on Lilly, never actually put eyes on Jack. And that would only be because Lilly kept popping her head in and out of their bedroom door while the two parents kept dozing in and out of sleep. That would mean that since the only thing that we're hearing from the mother is that she heard the kids, she would have called in at 6 o'clock in the morning to leave a voicemail at the school about the kids not going before ever physically putting eyes on them or even checking to see if they were sick or not. That doesn't make any sense. And that information is coming from the children's biological father's mother, who got this information from the mother herself via text message after not speaking to her for a while, because according to the biological grandmother, again on the father's side, once Malia and Daniel got into a more serious portion of their relationship, meaning once they had a kid and they were over there doing their thing, they pretty much just disappeared away from the father and the grandmother. Now, there are some rumors out there saying that the dad didn't want anything to do with the kids way before any of this. I don't know how much of that is actually true. All we know at this point is that from how it seems, neither one of the biological parents are out there looking for these kids. That's disturbing enough in itself. So right now it's around 3:30 p.m. Texas time, and this post from the Nova Scotia RCMP was posted 3 hours prior to this. So let's go ahead and go over this update because this is all there is. The Nova Scotia's RCMP's intensive approach to the missing persons investigation into the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan continues. More than 11 Nova Scotia RCMP units are working on the missing persons investigation, some of which include the Northeast Nova RCMP Major Crime Unit, Pictou County District RCMP, Digital Forensic Services, Truth Verification Section, Legal Application Support Team, Police Dog Services, Underwater Recovery Team, Behavioral Sciences Group, and the Criminal Analysis Service. They are joined in their investigational efforts by the National Center of Missing Persons, Canadian Center for Child Protection, and provincial and municipal police agencies from Nova Scotia and other parts of Canada. The investigation is being led by a tenacious, committed group of investigators who are gathering and assessing information daily to learn more about the circumstances of Lilly and Jack's disappearance so we can find them. All scenarios are being considered, and we've engaged every tool and resource at our disposal. The Nova Scotia RCMP would like to thank the public for all the tips, information, and video footage that has been provided since Lilly and Jack went missing. With this support, investigators have collected hundreds of hours of video from the areas surrounding Lansdowne Station, including footage taken from along Garlick Road between 12 p.m. on April 28th and 12 p.m. on May the 2nd, which was the subject of a public appeal from the investigative team on May 28th. formally interviewed 54 people, which has included the administration of polygraph to some of the individuals interviewed. Remember, Daniel was asking for polygraph tests, and I believe we heard from the kid's biological father's mother that there was one and he passed. That could have been from the bio grandma on the dad's side or from the cousin that's been coming out and speaking of Daniel's himself. One of the two. But they claim that he took a poly, passed it just fine, which is odd because they were together. The mom and Daniel, the mom and the stepdad were together, awake, dozing in and out, but together. But then again, those aren't even admissible in court, so let's continue. Received 488 tips, many of which have been assessed and followed up on, meaning there's still some that haven't been. Extensively searched the property from which the children went missing, including every aspect of the home, grounds, outbuildings, and nearby septic systems, wells, mine shafts, and culverts. Jesus. Been granted numerous judicial authorizations to seize and examine materials and devices that may provide information useful to the investigation. So they've probably got their text messages, their search histories, all that stuff. We're accessing, evaluating, and analyzing a significant volume of information from a variety of sources. We have a very coordinated and deliberate approach to make certain all information is meticulously scrutinized, prioritized, and actioned to ensure nothing is missing, says Corporal Sandy Matheru, investigation lead. We're committed to doing what is necessary to locate Lily and Jack and advance the investigation, which may take longer than we hoped. The information gathered thus far through the investigation, including the ground search and rescue efforts, has not identified new search areas. Yeah, they have nothing. They literally have nothing. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Lily and Jack is asked to call the Northeast Nova Scotia Major Crime Unit at 902-896-5060. If you would like to remain anonymous, you can call toll-free at 800-222-8477. And of course, there's also a website where you can submit tips, and I will have that down in the description box. If you use that, please use the file number. It's 2025-583-775. Nothing. They've looked all over the place, different areas. I believe that they found information from 18 kilometers away, or at least something brought them 18 kilometers away from where the children lived and went missing. They got trail cams and all kinds of things, but now here we are again. It's been weeks since then, and there's no answers to anything. But that's it. There's nothing to lead them literally anywhere. The scent apparently stopped at the end of the driveway before the road, almost as if the children either walked to get into a vehicle and took off, or were in the yard and a vehicle drove up and snatched them up, got them in the car somehow. But it ends there, according to what we've been told from the beginning. And that's really sad, because that means that their scent stops at the edge of their own home and it doesn't go anywhere else. That doesn't mean they're not alive out there somewhere, but it doesn't mean that they are either. I don't know. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this being the update this far in, meaning no leads, no tips, no paths, no directions. Very sad. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about this down in the comments. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on the way out, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already, and please don't forget to make sure that that notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.